Right now, you're cooking dinner without realizing you're repeating an ancient human tradition. Turning on the stove feels ordinary today, but it changed human history forever. Cooking is older than cities, farming, writing, and almost everything humans have ever created. Millions of years ago, every bite of meat humans ate was completely raw. Nobody knew cooking because nobody had learned to control fire yet. Every day became a dangerous search for food before deadly predators found you first. Lions, giant hyenas, and saber-toothed cats ruled the prehistoric world around humans. Humans weren't always hunters. Often they arrived only after predators had already eaten. Using simple stone tools, they sliced leftover meat before larger predators returned again. Raw meat kept humans alive, but every meal demanded strength, patience, and constant risk. Raw meat was tough, chewy, and demanded hours of biting before swallowing safely. Without sharp metal knives, every meal became exhausting work for human teeth and jaws. Every bite also carried invisible bacteria, dangerous parasites, and deadly foodborne diseases. Ancient humans couldn't see microscopic dangers hiding inside fresh-looking meat every single day. Still, raw meat remained their best source of valuable protein and survival energy. Then, nature unexpectedly offered humans a discovery that would change everything forever. Lightning struck dry forests, igniting enormous wildfires across ancient landscapes without human help. Terrified animals ran desperately while flames consumed everything standing in their path. When the fire disappeared, strange smells filled the air around burned animal remains. Curiosity overcame fear as humans tasted cooked meat for the very first time. The cooked meat felt softer, juicier, and surprisingly easier to chew than raw meat. Meals that once required hours suddenly became much quicker and easier to finish. Humans quickly realized fire transformed food into something far better for everyday survival. But natural wildfires appeared randomly, making cooked meals impossible to depend upon consistently. If cooking truly mattered, humans needed fire whenever they wanted, not occasionally. Over countless generations, humans slowly learned to protect and control precious flames. Scientists found ancient fireplaces inside Wonderwerk Cave dating back nearly 1 million years. These discoveries proved fire became a regular part of everyday human survival and life. Fire no longer belonged only to nature. Humans had finally mastered its incredible power. Everything about human survival would soon begin changing because of this single discovery. Cooking changed meat long before it ever began changing human civilization. Heat softened tough muscles and broke apart stubborn connective tissues inside every meal. Instead of your body doing everything, fire completed part of the digestive work first. That simple difference allowed humans to extract far more usable energy from every bite. More energy meant the human body could finally support something incredibly expensive. Your brain consumes enormous energy despite making up only a tiny body percentage. Scientists believe cooking helped fuel the remarkable growth of our powerful human brains. Biological anthropologist Richard Wrangham proposed the famous cooking hypothesis explaining this evolutionary leap. Without cooking, our brains may never have reached their extraordinary modern size. A warm meal may have quietly shaped every brilliant idea humans eventually imagined. Cooking didn't only change brains, it slowly began transforming human bodies from the inside. Over thousands of generations, human teeth gradually became smaller than their ancient ancestors. Powerful jaws became less necessary because cooked food required much less chewing every day. Even our digestive system slowly adapted to softer, easier-to-process cooked meals over time. Gorillas still spend hours chewing tough plants because their bodies evolved differently from ours. Humans gradually depended on cooking without even realizing evolution was quietly changing them. This wasn't just a new habit, it became part of our biological evolution. Fire changed much more than dinner. It quietly reshaped the future of our species. But cooking transformed something even bigger than the human body itself. It completely changed how humans gathered, communicated, and built their earliest communities. Before fire, darkness forced humans to hide quietly from dangerous predators every single night. Once humans controlled fire, nighttime suddenly became safer, brighter, and much more social. Families stayed together longer instead of separating before dangerous darkness completely covered the landscape. Around the fire, people repaired tools, prepared weapons, and planned tomorrow's difficult hunt together. Some scientists believe storytelling around campfires strengthened human language across countless generations. Every story shared important survival lessons that children remembered long after sunrise arrived. Knowledge passed from one generation to another without books or written language. Cooking created more than meals. It helped build stronger human relationships and trust. The campfire slowly became the heart of every ancient human community and family. Without realizing it, humans were creating the first true foundations of civilization together. Humans never completely stopped eating raw meat, even after mastering the power of fire. Some foods were still eaten raw whenever cooking wasn't possible or necessary. Today, many cultures still enjoy carefully prepared raw meat and fresh seafood dishes. The difference is modern food safety makes those meals much less dangerous today. Ancient humans never had refrigeration, sanitation, or modern food safety knowledge available. Cooking became the safest and most reliable way to enjoy meat without unnecessary risks. Generation after generation, families naturally preferred safer, softer, and easier cooked meals. Eventually, cooking stopped being optional and became humanity's everyday way of eating. Evolution quietly rewarded people who gained more energy while avoiding dangerous foodborne illnesses. By then, the human journey had changed forever because of one remarkable discovery. But could you survive today eating nothing except raw meat every single day? Some people actually try raw meat diets, believing they are healthier and more natural. Scientists remain cautious because raw meat still carries bacteria, parasites, and harmful microbes. Cooking destroys many dangerous organisms before they ever reach your digestive system. Your digestive system evolved alongside cooked food for hundreds of thousands of years. Returning completely to raw meat would demand far more chewing and digestive effort today. Ironically, cooking made humans stronger by making us increasingly dependent upon cooked food itself. Fire didn't simply change dinner, it permanently changed the human body and mind. One simple discovery quietly shaped nearly everything that makes modern humans unique today. The story of cooked meat is really the story of becoming fully human. So here's the full picture. Beginning millions of years before your very first cooked meal. Early humans survived by eating raw meat because they simply had no better option. Nature introduced wildfire long before humans ever learned to create controlled flames themselves. Eventually, humans learned to protect fire, turning chance discoveries into everyday survival tools. Cooking made food softer, safer, and packed with far more usable energy than before. Extra energy helped fuel bigger brains, stronger communities, and remarkable human innovation through history. Around warm campfires, people shared stories, knowledge, friendships, and dreams for future generations. Generation after generation, cooking quietly became one defining feature of being human itself. Every dinner you cook today continues a tradition stretching back hundreds of thousands of years. You're participating in one of humanity's oldest technologies every time you prepare a meal.